Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Huskies now as they're setting up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go.
They go play action now. Cutler into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's got some space here. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. First carry from Giovanni Bernard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? You not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about pump, and he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And he's got it up and through. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has
got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
To throw, it's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now Carr, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
the play fake. Here's Cutler. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Levante David in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Cutler. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Here's Carr to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Giovanni Bernard taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Cutler looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Singletary coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Carr. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got Cruz complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Suckup will put this one right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Short boot, take it at the 21. First half, well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Now a first carry for Aair-Runn. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? Aair-Runn, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Cutler now off the bootleg. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now it's Cutler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. From the gun, it's Cutler. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's good to make it 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. This looks like a free play for Stafford. Screen pass to Blunt. Stays on his feet. And an alley to run. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right at the 10-yard line. Now a carry for Blunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Theo Riddick taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Cutler on 1st down. Cruz has it over the middle. A good pickup there at 22.
Wow, I can't help it. When I see Jay Cutler throw the football and throw one like that with a big completion, I can't help but be impressed.
His arm strength, such an asset, huh?
It really is, because it gets him in trouble sometimes, but I think it gets him out of trouble more often than that.
On 1st down, it's Cutler. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10. It's Cutler. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more after this. Now Cutler. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Turn to the power game to try to get in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for his 2nd. They snap it at 1. Now it's Cutler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
It's a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And they'll let it go deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And they'll let it go deep for Crook. And it's caught. Touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
This is taken at his 4. So we've hit. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On target over the middle of the hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action with Cutler. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford steps away toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Third and long, it's Stafford. And he's got Moncrief. It's a big play there on third down. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Stafford now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Stafford. And caught by Cruz. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, Not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge deal.
And now look at him go. Touchdown! Davante Adams, 78 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back now here in Santa Clara as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, but a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Here's Blunt. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt from 17 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Throwing now, Cutler on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press, Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw again is Cutler. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Stafford going to throw it. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
Blunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, here's Blunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Steamers getting set for a first down and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. AP still got it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And a wildcat formation here. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now running right through it. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Bell. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Play action. Cutler looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Cutler now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Toronto football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Here's Coleman. And he's got room. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Coleman. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They go play action now. Cutler. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Play action. It's Cutler. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He'll put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A big play there. 52 yards.
Throw it long, it can be a big play. You throw it short, it could be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
Talking about speed, only Tyreek Hill was measured with a faster play last year than Deshaun Jackson, who hit 22.6 miles per hour on a touchdown versus the Cardinals in Week 13. Caught by Chad Johnson inside the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw. A screen to Bell. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here now the offense heading back out there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He is going to find Hill here. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it.
And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Cutler. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And no move to get Cutler off the field. He stays out there, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. And that is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. And now back out comes the offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Devon's got Chad Johnson on the right. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded about a yard deep. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, When I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if now Bell hit. He lost the football, and the defense has come up with it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Coleman now. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go play action with Cutler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. Ooh, with a juke. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Cutler. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts it through, and that's going to tie us at 13. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start to
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved as they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the number 1 pick as he gets him behind the line. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go with 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Cutler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Julius Thomas in the final minute. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. So they went to the big boy in a big spot late. He provided, and now they're in the driver's seat.
And Brandon, size does matter in this game. All right, you can go to the slot guys, you can do all of that, but rarely have we ever seen a tight end described as diminutive, right? We just don't get that. Big target, big catch radius, that gives you comfort zone as a guy throwing the football.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick.